Subframes, they're pretty important. They are what connect all of the suspension to the chassis of the car, in most cases. And they also hold your differential. And in all the Pro Drift cars we build, we use a quick change differential from Winner's Performance. We've been building quick change rear subframes since 2012, I guess, was when we first started. And then we first started doing like a mail order subframe. We were the first ones to do that as well, where you send us a subframe or we source a subframe for you and modify it to fit a Winner's quick change, and then we ship it back to you with the Winner's quick change, axles, and everything you need to bolt it up into your car. So we use these big fixtures that we've made. There's a couple of them up there for different applications, and those locate the subframe and then locate the Winner's quick change rear. And here's one right here that we have for a 370Z. Ryan's working on another subframe. We actually have quite a number of people requesting our 370Z subframe right now. So we're turning out somewhere like half a dozen in the past couple months, which is pretty cool. We have some rough cut plates here. Currently we hand cut all of these, but we're going to be using our CNC plasma table soon once we get it. Then we have some smaller fixtures here. This one is for the 370Z front mounting. Yeah, fixtures are important. We want them to be repeatable, and we use 1/4 inch and 1/8 inch plate, 120 wall tube, etc., to make sure that these things are strong enough to last through all the abuse that drift cars get. So we'll start with a stock 370Z subframe. We tram it out to make sure that they're straight, because they usually do come from salvage yards. Make sure all the suspension pickup points are good. We will burn out the bushings, press out the race, and then we start cutting them. Again, we've done quite a few, so we know where to cut them, put them in the fixture, and then start welding our modifications into them. Welding up the subframe for Alex's car here. This is one of our subframe fixtures. It's kind of upside down right now because I'm in the process of welding everything together. But this is what it looks like. We try and weld as much as we can in the fixture. That way things don't move around. This one I'm almost finished with. But this is how those quick change subframes we sell come together. This is how the rear of the quick change bolts to the subframe, and the front of it will attach with this. So this bolts to the pinion side of the quick change, like the seal plate there, and then these here are the factory like captured nuts that would hold the front of the stock diff, so we just reuse those, and this thing bolts in there and holds your quick change in. So that makes it easier to remove in service, and works out pretty good. So we've welded that in its fixture, and now I'm going to TIG weld on this little gusset here. Here's that subframe all fit up in the car. This is just in here for mock-up. Obviously it's got to come back out, but you can see it tucks the diff up very high. It actually sits about the same height as a factory diff, and because the diff sits so high that you actually have to modify the floor of the car to accommodate. As you can see here, it fits way up in there, and that's all totally legal. That's to be expected, really, with putting a well-fitting quick change diff into any chassis. Honestly, a hump in the floor, or cutting out some trunk floor, or what have you. Also, we got a notch back here. As you can see, we're not finished with that yet, but it's notched. It fits. That way you can get your gear cover off there. And yeah, so from here, once we get our engine in there, we can go ahead and measure for a drive shaft. We're using our dummy diff, which is basically just a old empty housing that we got off like a solid axle winner's setup off of eBay. And then we got some blemished end bells and old seal retainer plate. And that's really all we need to mock up diffs. And it's nice to have something like this around for fitting quick changes into various cars. Just makes life a lot easier. Shane got some prep work started on this front subframe while we were working on the rear. So got this all cut out using the Parts Shop Max. You buy their kit, their rack forward kit. It actually comes with like a cut template. So we use that to rough it in. And here that is there. So that kind of just fits right in place. You know, you cut the factory rack mounts out and that fits in place. And they have this steel, powder coated steel bracket to reinforce it all. And that also helps you fixture it in place. So yeah, so far so good. So just to be extra sure everything stays nice and true, I suggested that we bolt the subframe in the car while we weld it, along with using this bracket here that they supply, just to make sure that things will go right back in place. So Shane's got it all up in here. He contoured these to fit real nice as well. And it looks like it's about welding time. Here's that modified front subframe with the Parts Shop Max kit all fully installed now. And this is now back in the car so we can do some engine mock-up. Excited to do that. That is a wrap for this episode about subframes. Next one's going to be about locating items in the car, where we place things, and not sure what else is going to be on it. Maybe some engine mounting. We'll see. See you on the next one.